जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जनवल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय जय गोपी जनवल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनतीरा वनचारी यमुनतीरा वनचारी यमुना हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva Subhadra Mai Jaya Sudarshana Jaya Gaurang Nitai Jaya Gaurang Nitai Gaurang Nitai Jaya Gaurang Nitai Jaya Shri Harinama Sankirtan ki Srila Prabhupada ki Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol Hare Krishna. So last week we have had a class on Akshaya Tritiya. So before that class, how many of you were there? We were discussing 4th chapter. Only one Mataji is lifting hand from this side and one Prabhu. 2 weeks back, 4th chapter, you remember? Thank you. So I will give a recap of the 4th chapter and then we will move on. Okay? I think we came up to Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya Shloka and then we stopped there. So today we will So can you all repeat this shloka? Is it visible? सभी को यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानमधर्मस्य अभ्युत्थानमधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम् परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम् एवं यो वेत्ति तत्त्वतः त्यक्त्वा देहं पुनर्जन्म नैति मामेति सोऽर्जुन वीतरागभयक्रोधा मन्मया मामुपाश्रिता बहवो ज्ञानतपसा पूता मद्भावमागताः. So shall we go on reciting like this? Many people they take great pleasure in learning shlokas, reciting the shlokas. They generally don't go into the meaning side of it. They just take pleasure in reciting the shlokas. So that is also a good thing, learning shlokas and reciting. But if we know the meaning, then we will have proper understanding and then we will take Bhagavad Gita into our personal life. Otherwise, they will also become like cinema songs. We sing songs and then take pleasure. So, we'll just go back and just have a recap of this 4th chapter. So, Krishna explained Arjun like what is karma, what is gnana, all those things. And then he says that I have taught this knowledge to Surya, Vivaswan. And then from Vivaswan it went to Ikshvaku. And then from Ikshvaku to Manu. Okay? And from, Vivaswan to Manu, Manu to Ikshvaku. And then in that dynasty this knowledge has passed on from generation to generation, from parampara. Krishna uses the word parampara. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarshayo viduhu sakale neha mahata yogo nashta parantapa. So because of the long duration of time this knowledge appeared to be lost. So that's why I am repeating this knowledge. Krishna says. इसमें पानी लाओ ना. So it is very confusing question. How come Krishna, who is my contemporary, my peer in the age, is teaching this knowledge to Surya? How is it possible? Then Arjuna asks, Krishna tells to Arjuna this important point, all of you remember. Sa evayam mayatedya yoga proktah puratanaha bhaktosi me sakhacheti rahasyam hetaduttamam. So this is rahasyam, Gita rahasyam. Okay, it's a secret. Many people recite the shlokas, but they don't understand the meaning. Many people hear the classes also, but still they don't understand the meaning. They read books. So many people write the commentary on Bhagavad Gita, but they don't understand the meaning. Many people. So Krishna tells, why is it so? Krishna tells here, I am teaching you this because you are my friend and my devotee. Whenever we tell some shloka, if you really focus on it, some words should register in your mind. Okay? So when I say this shloka, two words should register. Bhakta and Sakha. Okay? Bhakto sime Sakha cheti. And Rahasyam. It is a very confidential knowledge. Rahasyam hetaduttamam. It's the best knowledge, uttama knowledge is Krishna is giving it to Arjuna for two reasons. One is Arjuna is Krishna's very best friend and is the devotee of Krishna. So now if we extrapolate the same point, if we want to get the knowledge from Krishna, who we should be? We should be either devotees or Krishna's friends. Okay, if we are not Krishna's friends, if we hate Krishna, then we will not understand Gita. If we are not devotees of Krishna, we don't understand Bhagavad Gita. Very clear. So there are so many people who write commentaries on Bhagavad Gita, they are not devotees. Many people are not devotees. They don't present Krishna as who Krishna is. They just avoid Krishna. So many reasons for that. अगर मैं कृष्णा को भगवान बोलेंगे तो what will happen to the people who worship Shiva, or what will happen to people who are not even Hindus? So they just take some principles and make some presentation, removing Krishna from it. Very, very dangerous situation actually. So we have to understand this. This wisdom is for the devotees, not for other people. Only devotees will understand. So that's why maybe Arjuna thinks some atheistic people may not understand how Krishna taught to Vivaswan. So Arjuna asked the question to just make this clear to everyone. Here Prabhupada writes, can someone read? Mic is there? No. If mic is not there, I will read. There are number of editions of this great book of knowledge. Some of them have commentaries by the devotees and some of them have commentaries by demons. Commentation by the devotees is real, whereas that of the demons is useless. Arjuna accepts Sri Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead. Actually, as a noise, if there is noise like this, I can't speak. Very difficult. Please maintain some silence. Arjuna accepts Sri Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead, and any commentary on the Gita following in the footsteps of Arjuna is real devotional service to the cause of this great science. The demoniac, however, do not accept Lord Krishna as he is. Instead, they concoct something about Krishna and mislead general readers from the path of Krishna's instructions. Here is a warning about such misleading paths. So, many people, they use Krishna's name also. They use, some so and so person's Bhagavad Gita. Gita's name they use, but they avoid Krishna. Some people use Krishna also, name also they use, but they don't tell their people to worship Krishna. Very tricky society, Like Kanha, some Shanti Vanam is there. So you go inside the Kanha Shanti Vanam, they only teach about Shanti just to do meditation. People living over there don't even keep a Krishna's picture because they are taught that Krishna our Lord do not have any form. Okay? Lord do not have any form. It's wrong to worship Krishna in the form of a deity. No Vigraha Radhana. Just like Muslims, Vigraha Radhana nahi karna hai. But name they use. Lord do not have form, but he has his name, How big cheating it is. So, because that name sells easily. Krishna's name, Bhagavad Gita's name sells very easily. You can connect to people through these names, but you give your ideas after that. It is like chota bachcha ko you give a chocolate and call him. After that you exploit him the way you want. It is like that. So many people are practically demoniac and they don't give the right philosophy, right knowledge. Such commentaries are very, very dangerous. Whereas commentaries of the devotees are actually revolutionary literatures. Like Srila Prabhupada's written Bhagavad Gita commentary. In 4 years, we cannot imagine like this commentary came in the language of English. Millions of books were distributed and thousands of devotees, people became those who read Bhagavad Gita, they became devotees. Even our Guru Maharaj, when he was 14 years, he received Krishna book written by Prabhupada. Then he saw the pictures and everything so beautiful, attractive. Who are these Krishna devotees? Let me go and see. And he searched about ISKCON temple in London, and then he came to London temple, and then he became devotee. Such powerful literature Prabhupada has produced, because purely he explained Krishna. Who is Krishna? Krishna, the supreme personality of Godhead. Many people, they picked up Bhagavad Gita, they didn't understand, but they found something sensible. So let me go and see the devotees, and then they became devotees, and they learned from the devotees, and then they became devotees. Definitely, if you pick up Bhagavad Gita and try to read it, it's not that easy to understand ourselves, isn't it? But when you come to a devotee and read the book and hear from the devotee, you feel so pacified. Your inquisitiveness, your quest for absolute will be wonderfully quenched. You take great solace in this philosophy and you become devotee of Krishna. So that's a proof actually that Prabhupada's literature, his commentary is very, very authentic. When Prabhupada was there, once, just recently, one of the Prabhupada's disciple came. He was telling in his class, like Prabhupada was coming to West Virginia, New Vrindavan temple. So, since Prabhupada was coming, all the devotees came to receive him. You know how many people came? And he was a student, still then he was not so connected. So friends said, we are all going there, will you come? So by then he was reading Bhagavad Gita, and then he said, oh, let me go. So 10,000 people came to see Prabhupada, you know. That's the Sarlo. And then the Bhima Prabhu was telling, then he didn't come back also. He was staying there only. He became devotee and then he was staying there. So such a revolution this literature had created among people. So Krishna explains, I have passed through so many lives. I mean, for Krishna's lives are incarnations. I have gone through so many incarnations. You also have gone through so many births, but you have forgotten. I remember. So this tells that Krishna is different from a jiva. Many people tell Krishna and we are same. हम गलती से अभी ऐसा है, but थोड़ा दिन के बाद देखो हम भगवान बन जाएंगे. This kind of ideology people preach. At least in my childhood I was preached this ideology. You know, I was reading the books and thinking that everybody can become God. So, like, you know, how Krishna is God? Because he has done so many great activities, he has become God. This is what is taught to me. And then I attended some ISKCON classes in Bombay, and then when I came back to my native place, then I opened Gita's shlokas, you know. Then I asked the questions. So the one who taught me, that was Swadhyay Parivar I was going, and our Pednana only was teaching all these things. When I asked, completely he was wordless. He didn't have anything to speak. You know, he has been trained in that organization and to give lectures, you know, over and over. He was speechless completely. How can you say Krishna became God by doing great activities? He didn't do any great activity before killing Putana, at least in the eyes of the public. Did Krishna do any great activity before killing Putana? Did he do any meditation? Did he do any, you know, reading scriptures or anything? Nothing. He killed Putana just like that. He killed Shaktasura, he killed Aghasura, big demons, Trinavarta, powerful demons he killed. And he was still in the village only. He didn't go to school, he didn't go to any Rishi Muni and get some special astras and shastras. No. He went to Dwaraka and, not Dwaraka, Mathura, and then he killed Kamsa also, and then Chanura, Mushtika, Kalaya Pida, Kuvalaya Pida, elephant. You know, where is this power coming from? So Krishna is a supreme Lord. This fact people fail to present. People fail to present, but Prabhupada has made this presentation very, very wonderfully. Actually, many people accept Krishna Bhagavan hai, but when you ask a question, then who is Shiva? Who is Brahma? Is Krishna is the greatest? Then it becomes so difficult for people to accept that why Krishna is greatest? No. How can I accept? No, Shiva is equal, or Shiva is greater, or something like that. They will speak without any scriptural backup, or without any acharya's backup. Because the way people are trained, always we think everyone is equal. This right understanding is not given. The understanding is vague in the people. Everything is vague. In Hinduism, general Hinduism, things are all vague. We know it is great, Hinduism is great, but it's very vague. But when we read Bhagavad Gita, we understand who the Krishna is. Many people present, Hindus are pantheists. Pantheist means multi-god worshippers. बहुत भगवान को worship करते हैं. कितना भगवान है? 33 crore devatas are there, like that. No. The Vedic scripture says Krishna is the Supreme Lord. Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. That Govinda is the primeval Supreme Lord. Rest everything comes. Srimad Bhagavatam presents how the whole creation takes place. And who is Krishna? Who are the avatars? So, unfortunately, our leaders, the post-British era, have completely spoiled our understanding. We always tried to appease everyone. The mentality of appeasement is there in us. But the quest for the absolute truth was weak, you know. Then Raja Ram Mohan Rai or some other different people who were highly British educated, they influenced the society. Arya Samaj, Brahma Samaj, so many Samajas came just to confuse people. But real knowledge is there in this Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, and this was there in prevalence. Like, you know, in Andhra, if we read Potana Bhagavatam, it was very much prevalent. The understanding was there, but we were confused. So, Krishna says, Ajopi sannavyayatma bhutanam ishwaropisam prakritim swam adhishtaya sambhavami atma mayaya. Atma maya means mera will say, I enter into this world. I am the Ishvara of all these bhutas. I am this Ishvara. Ishvara means what? Controller of all the living entities. Prakritim swam adhishtaya means I am this Prakriti means material nature is my subordinate. You know, who is Prakriti's adhishtana devata is Krishna. Krishna is the proprietor of this Prakriti, this nature. All the planetary systems, everything is property of Krishna. Owner is Krishna. Isha vasyamidam sarvam yat kinchat jagatyam jagat. So, whole universe is belong to Krishna. And when he comes to this world, now Arjuna came, Krishna also came. How Arjuna came? By his own will he didn't come. He is forced to come. Okay? We came into this world. Did we ever choose our parents? My parents should be so and so. None of us have chosen. Right? Otherwise, probably, I don't know where we would have, everybody would have chosen some billionaire's house or maybe, I don't know, if we are given freedom, where we would have chosen. We would have chosen maybe Krishna's children, ideally speaking, but we were under the illusion, so we were forced to take birth in such and such place. But when it comes to Krishna, Sambhavami Atma Maya, by my own sweet will I appear. So Krishna, how Krishna appeared? Anybody remember? Appearance of Krishna? To Devaki and Vasudeva. He comes into the heart of Vasudeva. And then he enters into the womb of Devaki. Just to declare that this Devaki and Vasudeva are my parents. Krishna wants to declare. Otherwise Krishna can appear and then he can tell. But उसमें मजा नहीं आता है. You know, if Krishna appeared from the pillar and then Krishna tells, oh, this and these are my mother and father, then for us it is difficult to accept. That's why when Narasimha appeared from the pillar, he didn't say, I have mother and father. He didn't say anything. But when Krishna appeared, he appeared from the womb of Devaki. And then he declared to the people that these are my mother and father. He has chosen. Because they are so great devotees of Krishna. They had been worshipping Krishna for thousands of years to have Krishna as their son. So, Krishna comes out of his own sweet will. This point we should understand. Sambhavamyatma maya. And Krishna's is everything is spiritual. Ours is everything material. When we appear, Krishna appeared and then immediately started giving instructions to his parents, isn't it? And then Krishna spoke and then he got relieved his parents, a father from the shackles, and then he went wherever he wanted. He instructed, take me to Vrindavan. I have to go and play there, Playground is not so good in Mathura. There it's full free, full jungle is there. I can go and play freely. No, Krishna didn't want to play on the guise of a kingly dress. He wanted to play like ordinary boys with ordinary children, fully free. He wanted to eat mud. He wanted to do whatever he wanted. So he did whatever he wanted. So that is the spiritual thing. Very beautiful. Material things are all coverings. We also take birth, but we take birth with immediately we have to be washed. All these things. Let me skip this. Material things are all fake and spiritual things are all real. This. Okay. So Krishna's beauty is spiritual. Okay. When he was born, he was so beautiful. He was born with a yellow dhoti and golden helmet. Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma he was wearing. And he was so beautiful with 4 hands. Okay. And Vasudeva said, no, 4 hands is too much. If Kamsa comes to know that this boy is born with 4 hands, immediately he will catch you and he may kill you. So better you become like a normal boy. Then he says, okay, 2 hands, you go away. He became 2-handed Krishna. It's so extraordinarily beautiful. So we should never compare ourselves with Krishna. So then why did I appear in this world? There must be some reason, right, for Krishna to come. Krishna is coming at his own will, but why is he coming? Then he tells in these 2 shlokas, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. So he comes to this world to establish dharma and paritranaya sadhunam. Whenever dharma is in danger, he wanted to rescue the devotees, destroy the demons and establish the dharma. Okay. And here also he says, Tadatmanam srijamyaham. I come my own will. So, in this material world, the 2 kinds of people. One are like devotees. They are all abiders of the God-made laws. They always abide the laws. And then they always worship the Lord. They understand the supremacy of the Lord. And the other people are naughty people in this world. They try to declare themselves to be God. Ishwaroham aham bhogi. I am Ishwara, I am the controller, I am the enjoyer. Siddhoham balavan sukhi. Like that, these people are there, demons. And they cause harm to the devotees. They cause harm to the laws made by the Lord. Okay, then dharma will become covered. They create so many confusions in the people. All these things they do. And then Krishna has to come and then destroy those people, demons. And those devotees who are made to suffer by these demons, they should be rescued. So these demons are in those demons I will tell you 2 types. They also pose sometimes spiritualists. They tell, I'll give you an analogy. All the people are inside the jail, and one day the President of India came to visit the jail. Okay? And the people inside the jail, they started telling, oh, President also came to the jail. President is inside the jail, we are also inside the jail. That means what? We are also presidents, because those who are in the jail are presidents. You can make an analogy, right? So whoever is inside the jail are all presidents. But for some reason we are put into the jail. Just like president goes away one day, he becomes president of when he goes out of the jail, and when I go out of the jail, then I also become president. You are laughing now, but many people think we are covered by ignorance, because of some sin or whatever, and the day when we go out of this ignorance, we become God. Now Krishna also came to this world out of his some karma. When Lord Ramachandra has killed the Swali, you see, he killed Vali. Now because of that sin, he has to come and then has to get killed by the Vali. So for that he has taken birth. They try to impose the karma on Krishna. You understand this? So when Krishna comes here, they think Krishna also came here because of his past karmas. People will make this kind of analogies. Lord Rama did that, because of that Vali comes as a hunter and then kill Krishna. So this kind of things they preach. Another way of people, Krishna is also like us, and when we go out of the jail, we all become God. Second kind of people, when Krishna comes inside, Krishna is God. He came inside the jail. Okay, president came inside. We are all presidents. One understanding. Another understanding is president also caught inside the jail. Okay, all of us are sinful people only. Krishna is also sinful. We are also sinful. Like that. So very peculiar ideas they present. So Krishna is also, like president is a jailmate, they think. They don't understand president is coming at his own will and he will go at his own will. When president come inside, all the jail superintendents, everyone will come with him. President doesn't come alone. So many people come along with him. So many big officers will also come into the jail, and then they all will go along with the president. Okay? And jail gates are opened or closed at the will of president. President is the one who takes care of the entire jail, but sometimes to see how the jail is being managed, for checking he may come and he will go at his will. So this point people don't understand. When Krishna comes into this world, he is coming at his own will, people don't understand. Yeah, this is that's why so many Mayavadis and Advaitavadis and so many people, they equate Krishna with us. But Krishna can never be equated with any of us. So that point Krishna presents in the next sloka. See, I come into this world over and over, again and again, but after I come, do so many activities, what do I expect from people to learn? People should learn something when Krishna comes and goes. What they should learn? They should learn this point. Janma karma cha me divyam. My janma and my karma are not ordinary, divyam. Krishna's appearance and his activities are all Leela. Divyam means transcendental, that is Leela, not ordinary. All our actions have got some reactions. Our actions are not Leelas. Krishna killing Putana is what? Is Leela. Krishna getting killed by the hunter, what it is? It's Leela. At one time, Indrajit will release Nagapasha, and then Nagapasha will come and bind the Ram and Lakshman. Are, Indrajit is more powerful than Ram and Lakshman. Can we think like that? Can we think like that? We cannot think like that. It is only Ram Leela. We should always take Krishna's and Rama's, all his incarnations, activities are just Leela. We should not take materialistically we should not think those things. That's why those things, when we hear in the form of Leela, they give great pleasure to all the living beings for time immemorial. As many times you hear Ramayana, as many times you hear Bhagavatam, we will not get bored. We can keep hearing those topics again and again. So that's why Krishna expects us to learn this point, that my karmas and my janma are divyam. And anyone who understands this point, actually very single point, just understand Krishna. All his activities and everything connected to Krishna are divyam. Done. Our purpose of life is over. We have fulfilled our purpose of life. Tyaktva deham punarjanma. Upon quitting this body, we will not come back to this material world. This is what is Krishna tells in this section. So, and many people don't understand this point, and then they are always engrossed in three things when they are in this material world. They don't think of Krishna, they always think materialistically, and they are controlled by raga, bhaya and krodha. People are attachment and fear, anger. These three things practically rule over the world. Most of the things, all the problems in this world are these three. You can categorize them into these three. Because they want to control this world, and they never take shelter of Krishna. Taking shelter means you give the control to Krishna. You don't try to control. Okay? You give the control to Krishna and you do what Krishna says. That is what is taking shelter. It's not that you don't do anything, you do it, but you do what Krishna says. Krishna says you to drive the car, you drive the car. While driving, you don't leave the steering wheel and then, oh Krishna, you steer the car, No, Krishna told you to steer the car when you are inside the car. In the same way, Krishna has given this what to do, what not to do in the scriptures. So that is what is Krishna's thought. So, and those who have lived like that, they gave up these three things. What Vita means giving up, or being freed from raga, bhaya, krodha. They got freed from raga, bhaya and krodha, attachment, fear and anger, and they took shelter of Krishna. So whenever we take shelter of Krishna, then you are not the controller. Who is controller? Krishna is controller. Then you will not get angry. You can be really peaceful. In all circumstances, you can control your anger. Anger management, people give big seminars without Krishna's name. But actually, if we take shelter of Krishna, anger can be easily managed. And Bahavo Gnana Tapasa, Krishna is also giving a proof. In the past, so many people who have taken shelter in me, they all came to me. Puta means they have got purified, and Mat Bhavamagata, and they came to me. Krishna says this. So, this point we should understand. Whoever surrenders to Krishna, Krishna purifies them, and then he will take them to his abode. So, but still many people don't surrender to Krishna, isn't it? Many people don't surrender to Krishna. Then what about them? They will surrender to some different gods and different religions and so many things, isn't it? And what about them is asked by Arjuna. There Krishna gives very clear understanding. Some 3 questions will come here. Do all paths not lead to the same goal? Many people present in Hinduism, you worship any god, it will go to the same, It doesn't matter whether you go to Siddhi Vinayaka or some Shaneshwara temple or Yadagiri Gutta. Anywhere you go, the result is same. You hear these things or you don't? Sune aisa? All the paths lead to the same goal. Ultimately everyone will reach the same destination. And why is there worship of many gods in so-called Vedic culture or Hinduism? And there is some caste system, my God. Whole modern sociologists write so many articles, so many books against casteism, against caste. People hate caste. So is caste system not exploitative? Is it for exploitation? So those things Krishna explains. So these 3 points we should remember. So Krishna dedicates devotees, consider his birth and activities to be divine and eternal, but others who approach him with different goals do not consider so. They don't consider Krishna as ultimate. So Krishna says, the way you approach Krishna, in the same way Krishna will deal with us. Okay? Ye yadha mam prapadyante tam tathaiva bhajamyaham mama vartmanu vartante manushya partha sarvashaha. Many people approach Krishna with different desires. And whichever desire you go with, your desire will be fulfilled. If by worshipping Krishna, one is awarded with whatever he wants, then why do people worship others with material desires? Actually, Krishna can fulfill all the desires also. But still, people go to different gods. Why they go? It is like, if we go to the President of India and ask him to put a road in front of our house, can President do it or not? Can he do? He will do, right? If President tells his secretary, get this done, so within no time secretary can get it done, isn't it? So you go to President and ask anything within his jurisdiction, he can do. And in Krishna's jurisdiction, everything is possible. So if someone goes with a desire also, Krishna will fulfill that desire. So why do people go to other gods? Or they take up other ways and means to please themselves? It is like children go to a shop and ask, they give 500 rupees note and ask him to give 50 chocolates or maybe 100 chocolates. And then will shopkeeper gives or not? He will give, right? But the same thing, if he goes and asks mother, give me 100 chocolates, I will give you 500 rupees. What she will do? She will give one slap. Why do you want 500 chocolates? So everybody goes to Krishna also with different desires, but Krishna treats them like mother. Okay? Krishna treats them like mother. He will not give, he can give everything actually, but he will treat them in his way. He will treat them in his way. So his purpose is to purify us. Like mother's purpose is to make the child healthy and useful to the society in future. He can earn his own money, he will come out as a cultured person who will be accepted by the society in future, isn't it? That's mother's concern. And all the property is there, you only will take it in future. But now you should first get trained, isn't it? That's how mothers think. So Krishna also thinks like that. He will not give anything that we ask, but he will give at a sweet time after purifying us from our contamination. Okay? That's Krishna. Whereas the demigods, you go and ask, they are like shopkeepers. You do some vrata, I want this vrata phala, the result of the vrata, they will give. In the past, Bhasmasura, he worshipped Lord Shiva. So vigorously he has worshipped. Lord Shiva came and asked him, what do you want? He said, if I put my hand on anyone's head, that person should become bhasma. I should become ash. I should burn and become ash. And Lord Shiva said, okay, let it, tadastu. And then immediately, along with Shiva, Parvati was there, Uma was there, and then he wanted to enjoy Uma. So for that, first he wanted to kill Shiva and then take Parvati along with him. And he wanted to try, he was chasing Shiva to put his hand on the head of Shiva. And Shiva practically running everywhere. Otherwise, if he puts his hand on Shiva's head, then there will be big disaster in the whole cosmic universe if Shiva is not there. And Shiva is running. Actually was not running for himself. But whole cosmic order will be destroyed if Shiva is not there. Then at last he went to Vishnu, and then Vishnu was always in mode of goodness. He will not be jaldi hilta nahi hai, bahut cool, always he is cool. Then sit here, let me handle. Then he takes the form of a beautiful woman, and then he will finally, he will dance and he will make him to put his own hand on his head. He put his hand on his own head and then he became Bhasmasura. A very popular story. So the demigod worshippers, they go to the demigod not to worship the demigod. They are not bhaktas of demigods. They have very, very strong desire to fulfill. So जहाँ गया तो जल्दी मिलता है वहाँ जाते हैं. If I want to get this road done, I can give 1 lakh rupees to my counselor and give him bribe. Or maybe, if he is my friend, I will go to him and he will easily do it very quickly. If I want to go to president, and getting the appointment of the president takes time, isn't it? So what is easy? To approach the nearest person. So demigods are all nearest people. So kangshatah karmanam siddhi yajanta iha devata kshipram hi means quickly. Kangshatam means desires. Kanksha means desire, right? Kangshatam karmanam siddhim. Whatever they have desires to be fulfilled, so they approach the demigod. Yajanta iha devata. And for them, kshipram hi manushe loke. Their desires will be quickly fulfilled. That's why they go to the demigods. Siddhir bhavati karmaja. So, I'll finish maybe in 10 minutes. This is the demigod worship. We should not be so much illusion. It doesn't mean that worshipping demigod is a sinful activity. Or worshipping demigod is non-Vedic or anything. Worshipping demigod is Vedic. Our demigods are having some problem. Sri Sri Radha Madhav ki, Sri Sri Gauranitai ki jai, Sri Sri Jagannatha Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki. Is there any problem with the demigods? Demigods do not have any problem. Shiva do not have any problem. When a shopkeeper gives 100 chocolates to a child, that's not a problem of shopkeeper. The shopkeeper is sitting there to do business. Anybody gives him money, he will give. He wants to sell and take money. That's not a problem of shopkeeper, isn't it? It's a problem of the child. Child is disobedient to the parents and he pickpocketed father's money, go to the shop and then buy chocolates. It's a problem of the child, not the problem of the shopkeeper. So, our government put restrictions sometimes. Under 18 should not go to the, what do you call that? Alcohol. They are not supposed to buy alcohol. Or the people who are running alcohol shops are not supposed to sell them. Government put some restrictions. So, then they have to abide that law. So here demigods, if anyone do some vrata, they will give them. So because they wanted it quickly, they approach the Lord, they approach the demigods and fulfill their desires, and they think we become happy. But the material world is such a place. You worship, you wanted a beautiful wife, okay? Then you worship one particular demigod. You get a beautiful wife, but she will be always like Rudra Kali, Or you worshipped one demigod for a good wife, but you didn't worship another demigod, Because of it, you will get not beautiful, a very sober wife. So if you want to worship, if you want to get a sober, beautiful, educated, and good dowry and all, then you have to worship so many demigods. It's very difficult. So if you please one demigod, another demigod may be displeased. And then he will take revenge on you. Sometimes Shani can take revenge on you. It's a very tricky thing, isn't it? So the best thing is worshipping Krishna and not for any material gain. We should understand that this material world, no matter of what, we cannot live happily forever. You can make some adjustments to make little happiness, but something or other will come and disturb our happiness. So we should become little more philosophical, and then we should develop devotion to Krishna to get out of this world. Like janma karma cha me divyam evam yovetti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti sorjuna. Tyaktva deham punarjanma. Upon leaving the body, no punarjanma. That goal we should have in our life. Even Hiranyakashipu also worshipped the Brahma and asked boons to get out of the death, isn't it? And he wanted to control with the Yoga Shakti. He controlled actually all the three planetary systems except Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. Except these three people, everybody became his servants. But still, he had to be defeated because he couldn't control his own senses. He couldn't control his own senses. He had to be defeated. So here, with different paths, the path of bhakti and jnana give liberation, but the path of karma leads to bondage. Okay? Does it mean that there is some inequality in Krishna, the creator of all paths? Like, path of karma, I do good activities, but the good activities will bind us to this material world. Many times, the jnana will make us proud. We just enjoy in jnana, but we take great pleasure in reciting Bhagavad Gita shlokas. We fail to inquire the meaning of Bhagavad Gita. So then Krishna has created different paths. All are not reaching to the same destination. And Krishna quotes this verse. This verse next week we will discuss. Chatur varnyam maya srishtam gunakarma vibhagashaha tasya kartaram apimam vidya kartaram avyayam. This touches on the caste system. 4 varnas, Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya and Shudra. This is created by Krishna himself, and that division is made based on the guna and karma. By the nature and by their activities, they are divided, and that division is created by me. And the one who, in this verse, he says, Tasya kartaram apimam. And although I am the creator of this system, you should know that I am yet the non-doer, being unchangeable. So, in this creation, Krishna is aloof, he says, and that particular shloka, we try to understand more elaborately, and we discuss on the caste system or the varna ashrama system, the difference between caste system and varna ashrama system, how they are useful to the society. And if we remove, actually they are so natural, we cannot remove them from the society. They will be there, no matter of what, those things will be there in a different form. But this system created by Krishna is meant for uplifting us to spiritual world, and that is so helpful system for our purification. So we will discuss more in detail next week. Okay? Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. ग्रंथरा श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे. So now we can join in the आरती. उसको ऐसे ही रख के यशोमती नंदना खोलो ना. हाँ, पावर कहाँ से लिया?
Jashamati Nandana Rajavarana Gara Jasamati Nandana Jasamati Nandana Brajavarana Gara Jasamati Jasamati को लगा दीजिए डिस्प्ले. Jasamati Nandana Brajavarana